the time has come, the walrus said.
Alright everyone, welcome to part 2 of Pokemon Pearl. I won't introduce every part because, well, a lot of them will be in the same recording session over and over again. But this one's a new recording session, and actually I did change up one thing. I actually restarted the whole thing and started from scratch. I still picked Piplup, named him Cleve, and went out to exactly where we were. Although this time, I went and named our rival, actually, Barry. Maybe you can see it with the key items, actually. No, it just says to your childhood friend, because they don't want to put the name there. But I named the guy Barry, because that's his actual name. You know, it was in such a hasty manner, and I had to get that part out. In fact, it's a hasty manner, I have to get this part out as well, but shh, we don't talk about that. The point is, I prepared all these things, like I prepared, okay, this is the starter I'm going to be picking because of the poll, this is what I'm going to nickname them, this is the team I have in mind, kind of, at least I knew a couple of things. But I didn't remember the rival's name. So, hey, that gives you a good inclination of how I feel about the rival. So yeah, I just quick reset everything and got ourselves to the exact same point. I can get away with this in part 1, although hopefully I won't have to do it again, because it takes a while. It is Gen 4. It is slow as hell. I mean, look at that XP bar go. The speed of a snail, I tell you. Or the speed of a...
Slugma.
We did get our first level up with Piplup, that's nice. Oh man. And yeah, as you can tell from the scene all around in the battle and in the overworld, we have a day-night transition going on right now. It's currently 6 p.m. The day I'm releasing this. And I like that they bring back that feature from Generation 2. It was kind of missing in Gen 3, even though there was passage of time, what with berries growing and certain events taking place. But you know, I don't care about that stuff. I just care about the mood and the atmosphere that's set by a nighttime or a daytime kind of scene. It also, of course, changes the kind of encounters we'll happen to see in the grass. Speaking of which, let's go back over to Dawn and get our catching tutorial after I heal up at the Pokemon Center here. Like I said in the last part, my previous teams were kind of difficult to work around. Like, in both Gen 1 and 2, I had a trade evolution I had to cheat to get to work. In Generation 2, of course, I had Xatu as my flyer, which is not easy to get. I also had Ladybug for some reason, which is just not a good Pokemon, but I wanted it anyway. And in Generation 3, of course, I had Plusle and Minun, which I love Plusle and Minun, but they're not exactly, you know, they're not what you typically use on a playthrough, I guess. The point is, I wanted to leave a lot more of the team here to you guys, and that's why Piplup ended up being the starter choice. I'm kind of happy with that. But also in the comments section of yesterday's video, we had some suggestions for things I should add to the team, and both Voltaic and Snuff suggested I add both a Bidoof and a Starly. So you know what? Sure. Actually, Snuff had the specific request of never evolving the Bidoof, which, I mean, okay, I guess I'll do that. I mean, let's be honest, the Bidoof is there for HMs at the end of the day. Kind of like most normal type Route 1 encounters. They know HMs, but Bidoof more than really any of the others, especially. Dawn's, of course, showing us this little catching tutorial here, nothing new there. Although we do get to see our Chimchar in action. This is the fire starter, of course. And yet another one where it evolves into a fire-fighting type. Kind of like how Blaziken did. That seems like an interesting type combo. I wonder if they'll ever use it again. Good job getting that Bidoof, Dawn. I mean, hey, apparently you're not much further ahead than we are, so it makes sense that you're also out here trying to catch some stuff. Although kind of like how it was implemented more seamlessly with Wally in Gen 3. I don't know. Or just not having to watch it at all in some generations. But we got our first Pokeballs of the adventure here. Thank you, Dawn. If you have lots of Pokemon with you, it'll be safer on long trips. Plus, it'll be a lot more fun having your Pokemon friends along. Okay, need to get going. Bye now. We now have access to both routes 201 and 202 here. They have mostly the same stuff, which is of course like Bidoof and Starly, although I believe Route 202 here has another Pokemon I have in mind as well for the team. So we're actually filling out most of the team in this part here. That's probably the majority of what this part is going to be, is just catching stuff and adding it to the team, including you, Mr. Bidoof. At least I hope to catch you anyway. Tackle. Hey, it's Stab. That's better than us using Pound, unfortunately. We really need to learn any water type move any day now, Cleve. Can I do another Pound? Will it live? Yeah, that's 2 pounds right there. We can live one more. Oh, is it a speed tie? What the hell? Or has it always been going first and I was just not paying attention? Okay, yeah, it easily lived. We couldn't quite get it in the red, but I think it should still be an easy catch. I mean, it's a level 4 Bidoof with barely any health. The Pokeball should work just fine. 2, 3. Alright, there you go. Yep, Bidoof is caught. And per the agreement with the comment section, it will not evolve throughout the Let's Play. Which is kind of a weird choice. Speaking of weird choices, the Plump Mouse Pokemon here, it's time to nickname this little guy. And you know, there's something undeniable about Bidoof, is that everyone loves Bidoof. He's a little strange, a little unorthodox, but everybody loves him. So I gotta name him Al. I'm gonna go heal up in between that catch. I mean, I think we'll have a easier time catching Starly, because I think Starly is weaker defense stat, if I'm right about that. I don't know, maybe. Alright, going back in the grass. Do we have Starly? Oh no! We have Shinx. So this is an electric type, a very early electric type, kind of mirroring Pikachu in that way. But I love the early game electric type kind of archetype. We were going to attempt to catch you. I mean, you already know I love me electric types. In the original game, we had Raichu. In the second game, we had Pichu. In the third game, we had both Plusle and Minden. So of course I gotta grab an electric type here in Gen 4. And I'm pretty grateful they gave us one right away. Shinx is also a pretty cool Pokemon. I mean, it's based on like a lynx cat, of course. And it's going for kind of a darker look with the black and blue aesthetic that I think really complements its overall design. It also, with its further evolutions, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, its further evolutions contain the word Lux in it, in both its second stage and final stage. And so I wanted to pick an artist from Luxembourg. And who better than Camillo himself, huh? Of course, one thing left in the route here, and that's, of course, the Starly. Which, hey, we happen to find one right here. We'll go for this one. Oh, it's going for Growl, okay. It's going for that attack lower kind of strategy. You know, that's alright. The only problem I see with, like, a Growl on a flying type, like you, Starly, is that, like, most Pokemon you'd use a flying type against, like a bug type or a grass type, wouldn't have much of a high physical attack stat to begin with, would they? I don't know, I guess it applies to a fighting type, huh? Anyway, we catch the Starly here. Yep, I saw that coming. We still have 2 Pokeballs to spare, and we got mostly a full team already. How about that? Now, Starly, once again, going off of the name of the Pokemon and its evolutions, it has Star in all of its evolution names. In fact, it's also the Starling Pokemon, so there's no better name than Mr. Star himself, even though it has 2 R's in his name, but ignore that. Well, I guess the guy performed Starman, huh? But we already did Ziggy Stardust in the last playthrough. I mean, can't have another David Bowie reference, come on now. So, of course, I had planned out to have Shinx Camillo here. I already have one other Pokemon in mind that we should be getting fairly soon. But this is all you, audience, and there's one other spot in the party that, well, I don't know exactly what it's going to be. So, again, I'm not a Sinnoh expert. Let me know what kind of Pokemon I may be finding along the way and who might be good for a team, especially what we have so far, what kind of type we could use. Well, we could use a fire type, but something tells me there's not really a solution for that, is there? Regardless, let's carry on and go all the way through Route 202, of course. I could go to the mart and buy some potions, I guess. I don't know. I think we'll be fine. Really, I just want to get some levels for the whole team right now. I mean, typically, this is not how I choose to play Pokemon. I like to grab maybe a couple Pokemon before going into the first gym so I can really focus on getting them XP before expanding my team from there. I guess just because I find late game you get a lot more XP, so it's easier to level stuff up, get evolutions, you know. I find it easier to add to a team halfway through the game than I do within the first 20 minutes like we are. Because now we, of course, got to split the XP all these different ways. I've also gotten far too used to playing Nuzlocke, where you're only allowed to have so many Pokemon, you know, based on what routes you visit. And I've actually kind of grown to like that, but I guess this will be a little different, and we'll see how it goes. I may need to do some grinding between parts, but hopefully not right away. 24 XP. Hey, there's another level. Come on, Cleve. Learn something water type. Give me something here. No. Damn it. I'm gonna keep leveling up just Cleve until I get a damn water type move. And hey, we have our first trainer battle here. You're a Pokemon trainer. I happen to be a Pokemon trainer. Our eyes met, so battle we must. Our eyes didn't meet at all. You just spotted me out. I was looking the other way. But talk about a weird custom to have, like, eye contact constitute a duel. Alright, this is a level 5 Starly. It's our first trainer battle. Interesting they start with a Starly and not like a Bidoof. I don't know. Oh, they get quick attack at level 5, huh? Okay, it's only 4 damage. I guess we're a little chonky penguin. Still, we can only take about 4 more of those. Whereas I don't think after a couple of growls here, we're going to be 4-shotting them. Oh, unless we get a crit. Hell yeah, Cleve. Let's go. Alright. Tackle. Oh, and you missed. Why didn't you just quick attack? What the hell? This trainer doesn't know what they're doing. Alright. Easy first trainer battle. Easy first trainer battle. And that ought to be worth, well, 60 XP. That's almost a level up, I guess. Too strong. Too strong. I don't know. You growled and then missed a tackle. I don't think you stood much of a chance, my friend. Trainer Tristan, if that is your real name. All Pokemon that are involved in a battle earn XP points. The more your Pokemon battle, the stronger they'll become. Yeah, that's That's how XP works, right? Newer Pokemon games, they don't just get XP for fucking free. Yeah. I need to stop making comparisons to newer Pokemon games. I've aired my grievances, and I'll leave it at that. Damn, look at how this Bidoof, which is 2 levels lower than that Starly, took that hit so much better. Granted, it did a whole 1 damage to us with that tackle, which was stab. So I don't know. Bidoof, I guess, is just a chonky boy. We're a couple of chonky boys facing off right now. Or, pardon me, that Bidoof's a female. Either way, it's dead as hell now. Cleve got 36 XP. That's a level up. If this isn't a water-type move, I swear to God, Cleve, come on. Yes! Okay, Bubble is ass, but I will take it. I will take it. And now let's get some XP to the others. Ringo, we know you're gonna learn, Quick Attack at level 5, so let's prioritize getting that as quick as we can, huh? Also, Ringo's ability, Keen Eye, prevents accuracy loss, which is very nice. It's not the first Pokemon to have an ability, but hey, I will take it. I do like that abilities from Generation 3 are back. Ooh, nice crit Ringo, let's go. Is that 36 XP? Is that a level? It's... Oh, so close. Okay, we'll switch terrain on whatever the next thing we fight is. Like I was saying, abilities are back, which I like. I love Gen 3 abilities. There's some new abilities added for this generation, of course. Oh! I almost forgot about a huge, like a very significant change done in the gameplay itself. So dating back to the older Pokemon games, there was this weird, kind of busted mechanic where what type a move is determined whether it did physical damage or special damage. Like, if your move was water type, it did special damage. That's it. If your move was ghost type, it did physical damage. That's it. Which was fine. It worked well for most Pokemon. I mean, heck, you take an Alakazam, psychic moves are of course special type attack. And of course Alakazam is a high special stat, or in later gens after the split, a high special attack stat. So that's nice. That works out great. The problem is that didn't always correlate with either the moves or the Pokemon that the moves were for. For example, Gengar, the original ghost type. Gengar being a ghost poison type, he had high special attack. I mean, it makes sense, he's a ghost, surely he's not physical, like, in any way. But because ghost-type attacks were all physical, like Shadow Ball, it wasn't as strong to use with Gengar. Now, Gen 3 did its best to work around stuff like this. For example, it introduced the Duskull and Dusklops line, which had higher physical attack, and it also introduced the move Shadow Punch, which is like, oh, great. These Pokemon work super well. It's just, there's still a lot of older Pokemon who just have no viability because of this whole typing physical special thing. So, basically what Gen 4 did here is, whether a move does physical or special damage now, it depends on the move. And it's all based on context, so a move like Psychic or Psybeam, those do special attack, but something that's clearly physically touching the opponent, like Bite or Tackle, that does physical damage. So I think this overall allows for a lot more creativity with the kinds of moves they can have, the kind of stats they can have on different Pokemon, and, you know, and it also adds a lot of viability to older Pokemon who maybe were kind of left in the dust by this unfortunate stat situation that had been the case. So, very important development there that happened here in Gen 4. This is a level 5 Pokemon, and it is good against my water type. Well, does it have any electric moves yet? I don't know, let's switch into Cleve and see, because Ringo is just as bad with a flying type, of course. What do you got there? Leer? Alright, that's fine. Let's try Bubble. I mean, probably have a high special defense stat, but at least this is Stab. And I'd assume does about as much as Tackle. Lowered speed too, that's nice. And it's just going for Tackle. Okay. We can take a couple of tackles. As long as it doesn't have any electric moves just yet. Man, we're really lowering this poor thing's speed. Hey, well, it keeps lowering our defense, so... an eye for an eye, little Shinx. Eye for an eye. There we go. Shinx is out of here. And with that, I think that's the last trainer on this route, if I remember right. Ringo's leveling up, that's Quick Attack right there. Hell yeah, let's work on leveling up something else now, I suppose. And of course, Cleve is getting some extra XP as well, that's always nice. You're like, wow! Thanks, kid. Let's get out of here. Route 202 to Jubilife City, yes. We have Jubilife City. First town. Hi, Dawn. You ready to interrupt me again? Hi, Jockey. Are you catching Pokemon? Wow, you've already got 4 Pokemon with you. Yeah, no kidding. I think the only Pokemon I ignored in those earlier routes is Kricketot, the bug type of this generation. Although it doesn't work quite like a Caterpie or a Wurmple archetype. But I don't know, we're not going to use that one. I guess. At this pace, your Pokedex should be full in no time at all. You say that, Dawn. I don't think we're catching much beyond our base team unless we need something for HMs, which, I mean, I think that's what Bidoof is. In Jubilife City, there's the trainer school, which, well, you know. Jockey, you should visit it. You'll get some tips on Pokemon. Oh yes, Barry went to the trainer school earlier. Okay, bye now. Alright. Into Jubilife City we go. There's no gym here in the town. It's just kind of the next waypoint, I guess.